Have you ever noticed all those little hints in Reservoir Dogs that point to Mr. Orange being the rat? I promise, Tarantino packed this film with so many clues that it's crazy we didn't catch them the first time around. Let's start with that famous diner scene at the beginning. Remember when they're all having breakfast and arguing about tipping? Mr. Pink goes on that whole rant about how he doesn't believe in tipping, and everyone gets into it with him. Then Joe comes back after paying the bill and asks, "Who didn't tip?" And the undercover cop immediately rats out Pink, saying, "He don't tip." It's such a small moment, but think about it. If he's so quick to snitch over something as minor as not leaving a tip, of course he'd have no problem reporting back to the police. This dynamic between the characters becomes even more significant when you look at how Tarantino positions them throughout the film. Fun fact, when Joe rocked up at the warehouse, he was certain there was a rat, and despite the previous relationship and respect between him and White, Larry stood between him and the man he was about to shoot. This was telegraphed right at the very beginning of the movie, as when the men are sitting around the table eating. White is situated right between Joe and Freddie, just as he would stand between them at the very end. Tarantino's subtle storytelling is truly impressive. Then there's the scene at the warehouse where White, Pink, and the badly wounded cop first arrive. White and Pink go off to a separate room to talk about what went wrong with the heist and whether it might have been a setup. If you look carefully in the background of one shot, there's this table with pink, white, and orange bottles on it. But here's the thing. The pink and white bottles are grouped together on one side, while the orange bottles are separated on the other. It's a visual representation of how Freddy is different from the rest of them, literally showing he's not on the same side. It's a clever, almost poetic way of underlining that his true identity sets him apart from the criminals he's infiltrated. And don't forget that weird little detail with the orange balloon. During the scene where Eddie is driving and talking on the phone about the failed robbery, there's this balloon that floats by, caught in the air current between his car. Many fans took this as yet another hint about the rat's true identity. It's like the balloon is following Eddie, just as the consequences of having a traitor in their crew are following them all. Sadly, Tarantino later admitted that the balloon was just a mistake. It wasn't intentionally included as a clue. But hey, sometimes the most perfect details happen by accident, right? When you step back and look at the complete picture Tarantino painted, you can see how meticulously he crafted every element of this film. All these little breadcrumbs throughout the movie show just how brilliantly constructed Reservoir Dogs really is. He doesn't just tell a story, he builds layers of meaning into every scene, every shot, even the way characters are positioned at a breakfast table. It's why this movie holds up so well after all these years, and why they're still finding new details to appreciate. But one thing that kept me thinking is this: why did Mr. White protect Freddy even when he had known him for only a short while, risking everything including defying his own boss?